Yeah, but then that's, but it's like the old saying, if you don't vote, don't bitch. Well, even if you do vote and you don't make an informed decision, we live in the virtual social media world now, online world. And it's so easy for people now to find out information without going through the major media. Forget about Fox, forget about CNN. Locally, screw the morning calls, screw the Lehigh Valley Live.
I thought you were going to mention names.
I said politicians. I can't get sued for mentioning other media.
This is from the person who won the Lehigh Valley Music Award for the best entertainment report in the area. Beat everybody from the Morning Call to the Express Times.
Yeah, and it was the industry vote, which that I will fully admit. Going off topic, that meant a lot to me.
Okay, well,
So,
and it should tell people where you're at journalistically.
yeah, but anyway, as far as what I was saying is, here in the Lehigh Valley, the amount of indie journalists and media and bloggers in this area, what the politicians and a lot of people don't realize is this area is a lot of indies here. Everything from Lehigh Valley Style to myself to a lot. I know several bloggers in the area.
Man won the what do you call it, the Elucidator?
Yeah, so it's like you don't have to. The politicians and the companies can dump all the money they want into the media. You can find out anything you want by going through the indie sources. Now, granted, some of them are not credible and just, oh wow, well they just go on the attack. But others try their best to maintain neutrality and credibility, even in politics.
Like you do.
Yeah, so it's like there's so many ways. It falls back. The saying should now be, if you don't want to become informed, don't bitch. Because there's so many ways where you can become informed about politics. Your politicians, people who represent you, that all it takes is a quick, all it takes is a half hour, and you can find out a lot of information. Am I right or am I wrong?
You are right, but there's a lot of misinformation on Google too.
Well, yeah, I realize that.
But yeah.
A lot of it, to separate the two, it's just a lot of it's common sense.
One of my main functions as head of Lehigh Valley Coffee Party and represent Lehigh Valley is through my Facebook posts to try to educate people about the issues. Not political issues,
right?
Just about campaign finance reform. But I publish links to articles that talk about it, and hopefully I have an effect in educating people. I think that's so important. Yeah, because I know another one of your primary goals is just to get people out there to vote. Because without that, campaign finance reform, the environment, nothing happens without people actually getting out there and saying, hey, guess what? You did a great job. We want you to continue to do that great job. Or guess what? You screwed up. You told us one thing, you did another. Okay, well, guess what? You're not going to make those decisions anymore. We think this person will do. So, campaign finance reform, the environment, whatever you believe in, it's all useless unless you actually just become informed and say, you know what? Get out there and vote. I know, like, the way I covered the political campaign kickoffs. Okay, just put up the disclaimer. Here's the video. Here's what was said. It's up for you. You're the one who has to decide. It's the media's job to present the facts. It's your job to make the choice. And I think this is going to be the third or fourth year in a row that we've done voter registration in various places in the community.
I am a registered voter. I can honestly say that.
Well, there you go. But I wanted to say something else about Mike Schlossberg. We met with him, and you were there, to talk about campaign finance reform. We will cause to bring a bill in the state, probably in the summer, maybe in the fall, one way or another. We're going to talk to him. We're going to talk to Lisa Biscola, who is a very influential Democrat in Bethlehem, and probably to the Republican chairman, probably Dwight Smucker and Mike Fulmer, who are the Republican state Senate committee chairman in charge of the committee that handles campaign funds reform. And we'll talk to others, and we'll get a bill out. It's not going to be easy, but we're going to do it.
Okay.
And anybody who wants to help can help. Anybody wants to come to the Allentown Bethel or Easton City Council meeting where we speak truth to power every meeting at Curry's the floor, where we push our resolution that we want them to pass for campaign finance reform. You're welcome to come. We post the meeting dates and time. We're going to be at Allentown City Council tonight at 7. Come and join us.
Allentown's this tonight?
That's what
Okay.
Lou said.
I keep forgetting the days of the month that they're in. I actually, with you and Lou Shoup, another very respectful gentleman, I did attend the Eastons, which really impressed me. Bethlehem's, you informed me, Bethlehem is actually worth going to. Allentown kind of depends on who's there. And that's as far as I'm going to go with it, because my only experience with Allentown was a few years ago, and I didn't know whether to laugh or shake my head. Now here's just, before we wind this out, here's a quick tip to everybody though. If you do go to a city council meeting and you do wish to speak, be professional, be calm, and be very respectful to the politicians and everyone there, because, again, without going into details, the one city council meeting I was at, the only way I could describe it, it downgraded into a circus. Where the one person, they were constantly shouting, they were screaming, and that
to be called just to restrain him.
That gets you nowhere. If you are serious about something and you want to seriously address the city council, and even maybe be seen on your local news, be very polite, keep your calm, stay respectful, and you know what? If you want to if you really need to blow off steam, either do it before you get there, do it afterwards, or that's what Facebook's for,
Allentown is sort of a free-for-all. Besides the instance you're describing, sort of free-for-all. People come dressed very, very casually, and
I do dress casually, but it's all I can afford.
And they curse, and they scream, and they demand action. Bethel and Easton are different. People are respectful, and I notice, and I appreciate the difference. I come up from a generation where we're told to be respectful. If you're trying to influence somebody, even if it's a crook, and you're trying to tell them to stop taking bribes, campaign bribes, do it in a respectful manner. It doesn't do you any good. It never does you any good to get mad and scream and rant and rave. But that's what they do in Allentown City Council. And I didn't come from that.
So the only one I was at wasn't really an exception to the rule.
Well, people don't get that bad.
No, but still,
they don't call the police. But yeah, they're very outspoken and very
Okay.
Yeah. They don't scream.
Right.
But they'll say you're not doing your job,
and you get a lot more. I mean, if you're venting, like people can tell, like when you do some posts on Facebook, people can tell when you're venting versus you just need to blow off some steam. People have told me that they can tell when I'm just blowing off steam. But if you actually want to get something accomplished, you have to keep your cool. You have to stay respectful, and you have to know what you're talking about. Otherwise, your city council, the people that are at the other residents of the city, your neighbors, will just look at you like, okay, whatever, and blow it off. So that's just a tip to get to actually, if or when you do it, no matter where you live, in your smallest town, your largest city, keep your cool. It's just a tip to be taken very seriously, and to have your voice actually heard. You never know, you might get a couple seconds of fame on your local media. Am I right? Yeah.
Exactly right.
You may be able. Hey, like here. Hey, I was on. Did you see? Like, when was it? December. Oh, back when we got the first snowstorm. Back the day before Thanksgiving of 2014. I was walking down Union Boulevard here on Hamilton, and I had a quick short interview about what I thought of the weather and everything. 60 News. Also, I didn't think it would make it. All of a sudden, like that night and the next day, people tell me, "Oh, you were on 69 WFMZ." Okay, whatever, So, but that was just a quick tip. So, Robert, thank you very much for your time.
Thank you.
It's always a pleasure.
Always a pleasure.
Always a pleasure interviewing you. I also have somebody you might want to contact, a couple people you might want to contact in the local media also that might also be interested in what you have to say and everything else. So, thank you very much. Have a great day.
Thank you.